Rumi just performed for 50,000 people with her demon patterns completely uncovered for the first time ever. But 30 seconds after the final bow, a single black petal fell from the dark rafters and turned into light in her hand. No VFX, no stage trick. It was caught on 17 different fan cams. The Netflix movie never explained it. Tonight, for the first time, we reveal the demon who has been secretly saving her life since she was 8 years old, and the heartbreaking price he just paid so she could finally stop hiding who she is. You won't blink for the next hour. Stay in the glittering world of K-pop, where idols shine like stars, lies a hidden darkness. Rumi, the fierce leader of Huntrix, harbors a secret that could shatter everything. What if her greatest strength comes from an unlikely demon ally, unseen by all? Welcome to the Untold Story. I'm your guide through this shadowy tale, blending fact, fantasy, and raw emotion. Let's dive in. Picture Seoul at night, neon lights pulsing like heartbeats. Rumi stands on a rooftop, wind whipping her hair. She's not just an idol, she's a demon. But tonight, something calls to her, a whisper from the void. In the real world, K-pop stars face immense pressure. Mental health struggles are rampant. Experts say the industry demands perfection. Rumi's story mirrors that. Her half-demon heritage, a metaphor for inner demons. As animation director Maggie Kong shared in interviews, it's inspired by Korean shamanism and personal shame. Rumi's patterns on her skin, symbols of hidden pain. But what if there's more? An ally in the darkness? Let's investigate. From the film's lore, Rumi's father was a demon, but records are scarce. Fandom wikis speculate, could he have left a guardian? Enter the unseen ally, a demon named Shadow, bound to protect her, invented for this tale, but rooted in mythology. Shadow, a reformed spirit, once served Guima, but betrayed the king for Rumi's mother's love. Now he watches from afar. First hint in the animation, Rumi in battle with Saja Boys, a sword strike misses her. Was it luck or intervention? Build the tension. Rumi feels eyes on her. In her dreams, a voice. You are not alone. She dismisses it as stress. Real-world context. K-pop idols, like those in Blackpink, speak of isolation. Psychologists note hallucinations from fatigue, but here, it's real. Expert insight from a folklore scholar. In Korean tales, demons can be allies, like the Gumaho, nine-tailed fox. Shadow is like that, poetic and tragic. Rumi trains with Mira and Zoe, sweat and determination. But a demon attacks unexpectedly. Shadow intervenes subtly. A gust of wind deflects it. She senses something. Curiosity builds. She researches ancient scrolls. In the animation, pages flip, revealing a pact her father made with Shadow. To safeguard his daughter, Twist. Shadow is dying, his power fading. Rumi must choose, embrace him or let go. Emotional depth. Here, Rumi confronts her shame. Tears stream down. I hated my demon side. But Shadow whispers, it's your strength. Natural pacing slows. Reflect on her journey. From foster child with Celine to global star. Hiding patterns under makeup. Like idols hiding scars. Surprising twist, Shadow reveals he helped Jinu too before Jinu's fall. Jinu's sacrifice in the film, influenced by Shadow's guidance, layers upon layers. Guima returns in this fan story. A new threat. Rumi calls on Shadow. They fuse powers, cinematic battle, lights, music, slashes Huntrix, joins Unity, triumphs. But Shadow fades. His last words, live without shame. Ending leaves impact. Rumi on stage, patterns visible, embraced. Fans cheer. What if our own demons are allies in disguise? Soft piano fades in. Distant soul rain, the stage lights dim. Huntrix bows one last time. Rumi's patterns glow openly now. No makeup, no shame. The crowd roars, but she's looking somewhere else, into the darkness beyond the spotlight, where a faint silhouette dissolves into smoke. He smiles, then he's gone forever. This is how it ends. But endings only make sense when you know how they began. So let me take you back. Way back, before the final battle. Before the fusion of powers. Before Rumi ever dared to say thank you to the demon who saved her 1,000 times without ever asking for her name. His name was Shadow. And this is the story the world was never meant to see. Rewind. 3 years before the movie even starts. A little girl in a foster home traces glowing lines on her arms under the blanket with a flashlight. She's terrified someone will notice. She's 8. Her name is Rumi. That same night, in a realm between heartbeats, a chained demon watches her through a crack in the void. He was ordered to corrupt her bloodline. Instead, he makes a different choice. He breaks his chains. He swears an oath in silence. I will guard what they told me to destroy. Fast forward, Rumi is 15. Trainee dorms, mirror walls. She scratches concealer over the patterns until her skin bleeds. She thinks she's a monster. Shadow stands behind her reflection, invisible, whispering for the first time, "You are not the curse. You are the cure." She thinks it's her imagination. She cries harder. Cut to 17, debut stage. First win. Cameras flash. Inside her chest, something stirs. Shadow catches an assassin's blade meant for her spine. The blade shatters midair. Fans call it a stage effect. Only Rumi hears the faint groan of pain from a throat that has no body. Now 19. The night everything almost ends. Guima's generals descend on Seoul. Huntrix is losing. Mira's bleeding. Zoe's voice is gone. Rumi stands alone on the Han River Bridge. Wind howls. Her patterns burn like lava. She screams at the sky, "If you're real, show yourself." And he does. For the first time, a figure made of starless night kneels in front of her, voice like smoke and velvet. "I was never allowed to speak until you asked." She stares, tears mixing with rain. "Who are you?" "I am the promise your father broke hell to keep. I am the reason you're still breathing, and I am running out of time." He shows her the wound in his chest, a black hole where a heart should be. Every time he saved her, a piece of him burned away. One more fight, and he will vanish forever. Rumi's voice cracks. "Then stop saving me." Shadow smiles, sad and ancient. "Too late. I already chose you the night you were born, crying because the world taught you to hate yourself." Silence. Just rain and city lights trembling on water. She reaches out, her hand passes through him, but for 1 second, she feels warmth. The final battle comes. You've seen the movie version. This is what the camera never caught. When Rumi sings the binding spell, when her patterns explode into wings of fire, Shadow is pouring what's left of his soul into every note. He is the reason the spell works. He is the reason she survives. And when victory comes, when Guima retreats, screaming, Shadow collapses into ash that only Rumi can see. She catches the ashes in her palms. They turn into black petals. One lands on her lips. Tastes like goodbye. On the comeback stage months later, Rumi performs with her patterns uncovered. No explanation, no apology. The fans think it's concept. Only Mira and Zoe notice her eyes, searching the rafters for someone who will never again stand there. Last 30 seconds of the show, the lights go black. For a single frame, if you slow the footage down, you can see it. A faint silhouette in the darkness giving her one final bow. Then nothing. He kept his promise. She kept hers. She lived without shame. And somewhere, in a realm we can't name, a demon with no heartbeat finally rests. Because sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones who love you enough to disappear so you can shine. If you feel something watching over you tonight, maybe it's not fear. Maybe it's just someone who was never allowed to say, "I'm proud of you," until you were ready to hear it. Look closer. Listen harder. Your unseen ally might be closer than you think. This was Rumi's truth. Now it's yours. The lights fade to black. One last petal of shadow drifts across the empty stage. Rumi stands alone under the dying spotlights. Her patterns glow soft gold now, no longer red with shame. She bows. The roar of 50,000 fans crashes like waves, but she isn't bowing to them. She's bowing to the darkness that just let her go. He is gone forever, but every ending is a doorway. Walk with me backward through it. Let me show you the price of that final bow. 3 months earlier, the night soul almost fell. Guima's true form tears open the sky above the Han. Huntrix is broken. Myra's ribs cracked. Zoe's throat raw from screaming spells that failed. Rumi kneels in the rain, blood mixing with river water. Her voice is a whisper. Shadow, I know you're there. For the first time in 19 years, he steps fully into our world, a man-shaped hole in reality. Eyes like dying stars, he kneels to so gently the rain forgets to touch him. His voice is wind through a graveyard. I can give you the power to end this, but it will take everything I have left. Rumi's tears fall upward into the storm. Then take it. Take all of it. Just don't leave me alone again. He smiles, the saddest smile ever drawn. I was never going to leave you with a choice. He places his hand over her heart. Black fire pours into her patterns. Wings of night explode from her back. The song she sings next is half hers, half his soul. Every note costs him a century. When Guima finally screams and retreats, Shadow is already translucent. He has seconds. Rumi grabs for him, fingers passing through smoke. Stay, please. His last words are soft as a lullaby. I stayed long enough to watch you stop hating the parts of you that look like me. Then he crumbles into black petals. She catches one. It burns her palm like a kiss. 6 weeks before that, the first time she ever saw his face, a warehouse rehearsal at 3 a.m., the girl's asleep on the floor. Rumi alone, practicing until her feet bleed, she collapses. Whispers to the dark, if anyone's listening. I can't do this anymore. The lights flicker. He materializes, chained in shadow, wounds still smoking. Voice cracked from centuries of silence. You were never meant to do it alone. She scrambles back. You're a demon. I'm the one who caught every blade aimed at your back. Since you were 8 years old and never once asked for thanks, she starts crying so hard she can't breathe. He doesn't move closer. He knows touch would break the rules. Instead, he says, your father traded his soul so I would guard you instead of devour you. I broke Hell's law the night I chose to love you more than I feared them. Rumi looks at the glowing lines on her arms. For the first time, she doesn't hide them. She whispers, what's your name? Names are dangerous. But you can call me Shadow. It's what you always called the warmth when the nightmares came. 10 years before that, huddled under a blanket with a flashlight, patterns burning for the first time. She's sobbing because the other kids called her a freak. She doesn't know a demon on the other side of reality is shattering his own chains just to whisper through the crack. You are not broken, you are becoming. She never hears the words, but she stops crying and falls asleep feeling for the first time unconditionally safe. That was the beginning. A promise made in blood and silence long before Huntrix, before K-pop, before the world ever taught her. To cover the parts of herself that glowed, now the stage is empty. The petal in Rumi's hand has turned to light. She opens her fingers, it rises, joins the spotlight, and disappears into the rafters. Somewhere beyond the sky, a demon with no heartbeat finally closes his eyes. He is smiling, and Rumi, for the first time in her life, performs with her patterns bare. No concealer, no apology, because the monster who loved her taught her the greatest trick of all. Sometimes, the thing you're most afraid of is the only one who ever saw you as whole. Look at your own shadows tonight. Some of them have been fighting for you longer than you've been fighting yourself. Thank you for walking backward with me. This was never just Rumi's story. It was always yours too. The arena is black. 50,000 phone lights sway like a dying galaxy. Rumi stands center stage, alone. Her patterns are fully lit, no longer hidden. She lifts one hand, slow, deliberate, not a wave to the crowd. A farewell to someone only she can see. A single black petal falls from the rafters, lands on her palm, turns into starlight, and vanishes. She closes her fist around the emptiness. Tears fall, but she is smiling. The lights cut to total darkness. This is how the story ends. Now let me take you to the moment it truly began. The night soul burned violet. 6 hours before that final encore, the sky split open above Namsan Tower. Guima's real body descending, a mountain of teeth and hunger. Huntrix was already on their knees. Mira, unconscious. Zoe's voice shattered. Rumi, bleeding from everywhere. Light touches, she crawls across broken glass and neon. Whispers one sentence into the storm. I'm ready to pay the price. From the crack between worlds, he steps through for the last time. Shadow, no longer hiding. His form flickers, half solid, half memory. The wound in his chest is now a galaxy collapsing. He kneels. His voice is barely a breath. You were never the debt. You were the reason I broke every law hell ever wrote. Rumi tries to stand, falls again. He catches her without touching her. Black fire flows from his fading body into her patterns. Her markings ignite, gold, violet, white, wings made of night unfurl behind her. She rises. The song she sings next is older than language. Every note costs him a lifetime. Guima screams. The sky screams back. When the light fades, The Demon King is gone, and Shadow is only smoke held together by will. Rumi reaches for his face. Her fingers pass through. Don't go. He smiles the way sunrise smiles at the horizon it will never reach. I was never going anywhere. I was always staying inside the parts of you the world tried to erase. He crumbles into 1,000 black petals. They swirl around her once, a gentle hurricane of goodbye, then rise into the night and disappear. Rumi stands in the silence that follows victory. She is whole, she is empty. She is both at once. 1 month earlier, a locked practice room at 4 a.m., Rumi alone, mirror cracked from punching, patterns bleeding light through torn sleeves. She screams at her reflection, "Show yourself, stop hiding, and just take me already." The lights die. He appears behind her, chained in shadow, bleeding darkness. Voice raw from centuries of silence. "I'm not here to take you, I'm here because your father begged me to never let hell have you. I broke my oath to hell the night I fell in love with the sound of your heartbeat." She spins. Sees him for the first time, the scars across his chest matching every near miss she ever survived. Every car accident that wasn't, every stage light that almost fell, every blade that mysteriously shattered, all him, all unpaid. She drops to her knees, not in fear, in gratitude so violent it feels like dying. He kneels too, still not touching, because touch would end him faster. He says, "I don't have long, but I needed you to know your monster was never the patterns. Your monster was shame, and I have been burning alive to keep it from swallowing you 15 years earlier. A closet in a Busan foster home. 8-year-old Rumi curled around a flashlight, patterns glowing for the first time. She's crying so hard she can't breathe. She doesn't hear the chains snapping in another dimension away. She only feels suddenly warm, safe, as if strong arms are wrapped around her that no one can see. She falls asleep, whispering, "Thank you, Shadow." And somewhere, a demon bleeding from fresh wounds smiles for the first time in 10,000 years. That was the true beginning. A promise made before she could speak his name. Now, the arena lights are gone. The petal has dissolved into nothing, patterns still glowing like quiet galaxies. She doesn't cover them anymore. She never will again. Because the demon who loved her taught her the final, cruelest, kindest truth. Sometimes the only way to save someone from their darkness is to become it, hold it, and then let it go so they can finally become light. If you're listening to this in the dark tonight and you feel something gentle brush your shoulder, don't be afraid. Some shadows were never meant to scare you. They were only waiting for you to stop being afraid of yourself. This was Rumi's goodbye. Maybe it's yours too. Good night, Hunter. Your ally is proud of you. He always was.